Hey y'all, I just wanted to check in really quick. I didn't really get too many comments about if y'all want to hear about my entrepreneur business, so I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna hold off on that. But I did want to show you guys just what I meant about your hair starting to break off. And I actually have a piece right here that you could start to see breaking off. So this, I don't know if you can see it, but this is eventually gonna break off. So I could tell that this part is thick and then this part is thinning. So you could kind of see here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just wait for, oh, my nails keep getting caught. I'm gonna wait for it to break off and then I'm gonna pull it, but it's not ready yet. And so I have been noticing, like I said, just some damage, and I don't know if it's from the bleaching or not. Some people are telling me that they have actually bleached their, or they haven't bleached their hair and their ends are popping off. So I do apologize. I thought that it mainly came from chemicals. So I'm wrong there. You can still have those little ends popping off even if you did not bleach your hair. So, but sometimes, you know, people who do bleach their hair, they don't see the damage until later. So it's kind of hard to say. But I have been noticing like my hair is growing. Even with these little ends popping off, my hair is still actually growing. So I'm starting to see some length finally. Like, it's so crazy how like with locks, they shrink and go down and shrink and go down. And for me, I feel like I have like a wolf cut locks, if that makes sense. Like, you know how like people who have wolf cuts is like shorter in the middle and then it goes long. If I'm saying that correctly, the wolf cut, but I feel like that's what I have, because it's like they're short up here and then they go longer in the back, which I'm not mad about that. It is what it is. My hair was all different kind of lengths when I started. And so if you are thinking about locking your hair and you haven't, and you want them to all be the same length, then probably get a haircut before you do your 2-strand twist. But for me, I didn't cut my hair. I didn't do nothing to my hair before I started my lock journey. I just literally twisted my locks and they was looking how they was looking. And so this is just kind of like how they look. And I have like bangs with my locks. So obviously this is gonna take a long time to get to this, and that's okay. Like even some of my locks, you know, let me see if I can find one. But like, I don't know, I'm just like some of my locks on top, like this one is short, but also it's gonna be longer because it's at the end of your hair, the back of your neck. It's obviously gonna be longer. But I like my hair. I like how it's kind of like different lengths. Maybe at one point I might cut them evenly, but that's gonna be a long time from now. Like, again, if I even do that, because I do like how my locks came out. Like, you know, I was unsure how full they were going to be when I started, because when I started my hair was very thin. And I'm gonna show you guys some pictures here just of how thin they were. Like, you could clearly see my hair was super thin, and my hair is just so much thicker now, and my hair has never been this thick. Except for when I was a kid and like pre-relaxers. But you know, my hair was just so damaged, and I think now my hair is finally being able to be thick. So yeah, so if you guys are struggling with thin hair, do the lock journey, because you're gonna realize like, wow, my hair is thickening. Yeah, so this is just how it looks, and I'm actually pretty pleased like with my locks. Like, I really am. I honestly, I was kind of concerned, just a little bit, not fully, but just kind of like, how are they gonna look, you know? Because when you're in that, I hate when they say ugly stages, it's really not. It reminds me of the butterfly story, just how the caterpillar turns into the butterfly, and then, you know, you may appear to be less attractive in those moments, but when you finally get to that point of being like the butterfly, it's like, it's so worth it. So just get through that stage of just kind of maybe feeling insecure, and that's why I really think that people should actually do the lock journey and not do the extensions, because this really makes you go through the process of accepting yourself, accepting who you are and being who you are in those moments and not covering that up. So I went through that, and I feel like if I can go through that, you can go through that. And I will admit, I did like have problems with just being vain, just really worrying about how I looked, you know. So that kind of helped me get out of that vanity just mindset. And I feel like I don't even have social media anymore, but it's like even social media, you can like, you want to post yourself a lot and just try to cover up who you really are, and by filters, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to learn to embrace ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves, and know you don't need a filter. No, you don't need to cover up your hair all the time. You know, wigs are okay. I don't have a problem with wigs. I probably will wear a wig in the future, but I'm saying like to do that on a regular basis, I feel like you're kind of misleading yourself and you're misleading others, because that's not who you are. That's a costume in a way, because you're putting on all the stuff, right? And so sometimes we have to let all that stuff go to be comfortable with ourselves, to be comfortable in the skin that you are in. And that requires you to be real with yourself, like for real. Like, so I think the loc journey really can help those who are struggling with just insecurities, just kind of being, you know, because for me, I went through insecurities for a long time, like a long time. So I think that when I started to be comfortable with myself, that's when I kind of started posting myself more. Back when I had social media, I would post myself more. But I had to step back too, because it's like, you know, obviously sometimes it's good to take breaks from things as well. So yeah, so I used to be really just like insecure because I had real bad acne, y'all, like to the point where I even had back knee, like all across my back. I struggled with back knee. I struggled with just my skin being like toe up, y'all, toe up. No matter what I did, no matter what I tried, my skin was bad, okay? Like, and then what I would do, cover it up with makeup, cover up the insecurities. So sometimes we have to go back to go forward, if that makes sense. Sometimes you have to unpeel the layers and really just focus on what's important. Health, you know, your true identity, you know, being comfortable and confident in that, because that's what's going to make you, that's really your light, is being confident in who you are without all the glitz and the glam, you know. So just keep in mind that you're beautiful, you know, the way you are. If you're going through the loc stage right now and you're in that ugly stage, is what they call it, just remember, like, you're beautiful. You are. You don't see it yet, but you will see it. You know, you may not see it yet, but you will see it. Okay, so just patience. And that's really all you can do, is just have patience and wait on it, you know, like wait on it. And then you'll get to a point where you're like, okay, all right, okay, I see why I had to wait. I see why I had to go through it. I see why I had to unpack and remove some layers, because it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you so much. And that's why I feel like the Instant Locs, it just kind of, it's a quick fix, you know. Sorry, but that's just how I feel personally. I feel like it's, or not a quick fix, but I feel like it's, and not everybody's in it for the journey. I get that. So I guess I can't really talk for the people who just want it now. But for the people who actually really want to go through this journey, just remember, like, it's going to teach you so much. It's going to teach you so much, and it's so worth it in every way. So keep going. Don't stop. I don't know how far you all are in your journey, but you know, don't stop, don't quit, don't give up. I hear sometimes women say, I'm taking them out, I can't take it. I had a cousin who started hers, and then she was doing good, and then I think she just got bored. Some people, like, so if you want locs and you're one of those people that constantly change up your hair, don't do locs, because you're gonna get bored. So just, you know, and that's okay. Like, she did try, so it's not for everybody. So that's all right. But I'm gonna go now. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, love, peace, and blessings.